tell me about a challenging machine learning project you worked on. What was your role and the outcome? I led the development of an NLP-based customer support classifier at my previous company. The challenge was dealing with an imbalanced dataset of support tickets. I was responsible for the full ML pipeline, from data cleaning and feature engineering to model training and deployment. For example, I used data augmentation to handle class imbalance and trained a BERT-based model to classify tickets by issue type. I also worked cross-functionally with support agents to label data and define categories. In the end, our model achieved about 85% precision and recall on the test set, significantly reducing manual triage work. I learned the importance of iterative experimentation and validating the model with real user feedback. What experience do you have working with large datasets, and how did you handle processing them? I have extensive experience with large-scale data from projects involving millions of records. In one project, I worked with a dataset of 10 million log events. To process such volumes efficiently, I used distributed frameworks like Apache Spark for data preprocessing and feature extraction. I also employed techniques like batch processing and streaming when appropriate. When training models on large data, I ensure to use mini-batch gradient descent and, if needed, distribute the training across multiple GPUs or machines. For instance, using TensorFlow's distributed training or PyTorch's data parallel. A key consideration is to perform data filtering and downsampling early to reduce dataset size without losing crucial information. I also leverage tools for data storage like BigQuery or cloud storage and load data in chunks rather than all at once. This experience aligns with Google Scale. I'm comfortable designing data pipelines and algorithms that scale to Google-sized datasets. Why are you interested in this ML research engineer role at Google, specifically working on AI support agents? I am excited about this role for several reasons. First, Google's mission of building AI agents to help millions of users is inspiring. I'm passionate about applying ML to real-world problems that have large impact. The job description mentions developing factual and helpful deflection agents that can auto-resolve support issues, which aligns with my interest in conversational AI and large language models. I have been following advances in LLMs and generative AI, and I'm eager to work on post-training and fine-tuning techniques to make AI assistants more accurate and helpful. Additionally, Google provides unparalleled resources like world-class infrastructure and vast datasets that would enable me to push the boundaries of what AI can do. The cross-functional and research-oriented nature of the role also appeals to me. I enjoy collaborating with product teams and staying on the cutting edge of ML to solve business problems. Overall, I see this position as a perfect fit to leverage my skills in ML and my passion for building AI solutions that improve user experience on a massive scale. What strengths or unique skills do you bring that would make you a good fit for this position? I bring a combination of deep technical expertise and practical leadership skills. Technically, I have strong background in machine learning and deep learning. For instance, I'm proficient in Python and frameworks like TensorFlow or PyTorch, and I've worked extensively with neural networks, NLP, and large language models. This matches the preferred qualifications, experience with ML, neural networks, LLMs, Python, etc. I also have a PhD in computer science, which means I'm comfortable reading research papers and applying state-of-the-art techniques, which is useful for evaluating and integrating the latest ML techniques to solve problems. On top of that, I have experience leading projects in cross-functional teams. I've coordinated between data scientists, software engineers, and business stakeholders in a matrixed organization. This has honed my communication and project management skills, ensuring ML solutions meet business needs. Finally, I have a strong focus on best practices, writing clean, testable code, and doing thorough evaluations. I believe this blend of cutting-edge ML know-how, leadership, and disciplined engineering makes me a strong fit for a fast-paced, innovative environment like Google's AI team. Describe a situation where you worked in a cross-functional team on an ML project. How did you collaborate with others? In my last role, I worked on a project to build a recommendation engine for an e-commerce platform. The team included data engineers, a product manager, and front-end developers, a very cross-functional setup. My role as the ML engineer was to develop the recommendation algorithm. I collaborated closely with the data engineers to ensure I had the data pipelines and features I needed. We agreed on data schemas and frequency of updates. With the product manager, I regularly discussed the business objectives and constraints. For example, deciding whether to optimize for click-through rate or diversity of recommendations. I also communicated model performance in business terms for their understanding. After developing a model, I worked with front-end engineers to integrate it. For example, packaging the model into a REST API service they could call. We held design reviews, where I explained the model's behavior and they explained UI considerations. This collaboration was iterative. We would deploy a model version, gather user feedback, and refine as a team. The key to success was open communication. We all shared progress in stand-ups, and I frequently translated ML jargon into layman's terms for non-ML teammates. This ensured alignment across the board and led to a successful launch that improved user engagement.